afternoon, folks. My name is Gerald Dandurand, the president of the Pueblo Foundation of Pueblo. And we bring this model train set out here every season for the fair. And the main purpose of that is so we can let the folks in Pueblo and other places know that we've got an operation here in the city where we actually have some big trains and we give you a ride to the booth. The train set right here behind me is a lot of fun to do. It's a little bit tedious to set up, but it isn't so bad. It takes about 2-3 days to get cooking. We start on a Wednesday, get done on about a Friday when it's opening day for the fair. And I've been into the trains, model trains, especially all my life since I was 12 years old. I had a paper out about final trains. Kept forever ever since. It's been working out pretty well. It's a fun thing for me to do. It's always been my hobby. Of course, as time goes by, and you raise your family and they leave home and all this kind of thing, pretty soon you look back and say, well, kind of a nice train set that we put together. So I got together with the guys at the Pueblo Foundation, the secretary, other folks there behind me here, White. He's a pretty good electrician guy. He used to work at Channel 5 as a technician. And so between us folks, we were able to construct this layout that you see behind us, which is 17 by 24. Pretty darn nice. A little hard to move around, of course. You got to take it apart. That's the business of having to take 2-3 days to put it together. And so we constructed some wooden tables that make up the top of the train set, if you will. And then they set on white tables. And you bolt all the top together so that you have a nice straight surface. And then you can set your track on top of that, and the trains will run just fine. And that's what we have going on here right now. So. Set that's got some boxcars, and when you're a little kid about this high, you stand on the floor, you look through the plexiglass, and you can see inside the boxcars that there's something moving around. And the boxcars have been constructed by the manufacturers to have, looks like fish are moving around inside of them. And so when the youngsters come and they see that, they just get all excited. A lot of the folks that come to the fair that we appreciate very much so are the young, especially, and the old, that think that kind of thing and the motion of it and the sounds that all this makes and the smell that it has is very exciting. And so they come to the fair to see that. We have them come every year. They ask us what we did this year. They ask what we did last year. They ask what we did the year before. And to stand on the inside of the layout and watch this go on and see the smiling faces, because they're not really paying attention to us as operators. They're looking at the equipment we brought here to entertain them. And they think it's really cool to have that happen. The sound, of course, we can make the locomotive talk, practically walk and wash the dishes. They smoke and they pull this fish train around, and they'll go from one side of the layout to the other, and then run around the layout to catch the train to see how it's going to run again. And after they've done this for about a half an hour, Mom says, "Let's go." And the kid says, "I'm staying." And so we really have a thing about that with our train set that's here. And these young'uns, and as they grow up, we've had some come here when they were 5 years old, and now they're 10 years old, and they still come back and they remember us. And so that's why we come here, so that they can know about trains and maybe come and visit us down at the yard, which is what this is all about. But to have the people here at the fair be entertained by what it is we do, that particular item I've just described is just number one with us.